Okay. Hey, y'all. We're going to talk about make it your own tonight about how to post using Plexus and a couple of other things. All right, Janelle. Okay. So before you post, it's important that you read the post first. Because a lot of times I see that people are posting and they're not reading the post, or I see typos in like several posts, and it's let's try to read those posts and correct those typos. That's just my thing. It may not be y'all's thing, but it is my thing. And then I always try to change the wording. So like if you don't say, hey girl, or y'all, or friends, things like that, change those words because people know you. And so make it sound like your own. Okay, Janelle. So like this one right here, um, it says I can't read it. You may think your gut is fine because you poop, I think is what it says. Can I move that box? Okay, yeah, good. I can move that little box out of my way. All right. Poop normally. So you might not use the word poop. I do. So I put it in there. But if you don't use the word poop, don't put it in there. Use something else, go to the bathroom or whatever. Um, just change it up to fit you. That's so important. All right. When you're sharing someone's personal story, you want to make sure that you're connecting with the audience. And so, like, this is my friend Kimberly, and her story's so inspirational. I can totally relate to how she feels like there was no hope ever for getting better. All right. And also, when I do the story part, I always put mine in captions. So that way people know that it's the other person talking and they won't think that it's actually you talking, because that can really confuse them. Because I know I've read people's posts or stories before and I'm going like, is that really her story? And then I get to the end and realize, oh, it's somebody else's picture, somebody else's story, but I wasn't sure. So I think that's very important. So like this one, um, how many of you have ever heard the saying, it's not a number on a scale, and then check out this testimony. And so you can clearly see that it's somebody else's testimony that I am talking about. All right, Janelle. The next one is sharing a post. So I want you to read the post in its entirety and make adjustments. I rarely post without changing something up, whether it be spacing, adding emojis, or adding my personal experience to it. And then here's some posting tips for you. Post every day about Plexus. And there's quite a few different posts you can do. And one would be a testimonial post. So check out these results, another reset success. And then it's basically sharing somebody's story and see how it's in parentheses. And then down at the bottom, it says our next reset group is coming up. Who else wants to join us? So I kind of began it and ended it with me talking. And this one very well could have been one of those copy and paste posts. I'm not real sure because was in September when I did it, but that's the way it makes it clear for other people that it's not you talking about what happened there, but somebody else's. Okay. Product and educational post. And here's an example of educational post. I would consider this one because I'm talking about how much those energy drinks cost and how much you're spending on those when you could be replacing it with something healthy. All right, Janelle. Oh, and then this one is a product post, and it's just simple, thankful for this little friend that helps me get a great peaceful night's rest and ready to get up in the morning. Quick, simple, easy, and you've got a post. All right. And then another type of post you can do is our community post. This is about the Plexus community. And what we're doing is we're hopefully drawing people in, and they're seeing that we have something that they might need in their life. I know I didn't have these friendships. I didn't have these outings. I didn't go anywhere with girls. I didn't go anywhere, period. I didn't do anything. So this is so, so important, is the community. And we need to let people know that that's what we get when you join us, you become part of our community. Okay. Mo- the next one is motivational type post. This is one I wrote this weekend about just one more, and it's just something to hopefully motivate people, make people think about their perspective, and hopefully draw people in and want to come back to my page and see what I got to say. Okay. Next is inspirational. So I thought this was inspirational. If the version of you from 5 years ago could see you right now, they'd be so proud. And I know I'm a long ways from where I was 5 years ago, and so very grateful. And you can do this. You don't have to do this. This is not the only type of inspirational. You can do quotes or scriptures. There's just all kinds of things that you can do to be inspirational. Okay. Engagement post. I got tons of comments on this one. Curious, how many skillets do you own and what's your favorite? And I got all kinds of things. So if you can do engagement posts, a couple of times a week, that's a great thing. Just to get people talking to you, because the more that they interact with you, the more they're going to see your post. All right. Hobbies and interest. So I deer hunt. So this is a reel that I did about putting the food out for the deer feeder. And then Janelle, there's one more. Photography. That's one of my things, is I love photography and I love nature. So this one is up on my stories right now. And I have people comment about my sky pictures that I post. And so I know that people are watching and they're seeing that and they expect that from me. Okay. Oops. Kids and family and life. So this was when I celebrated my birthday, just a simple post. And people, your customers, your friends want to see you. So put you out there. I know I had a friend say to me recently, you sure do post your picture a lot. And, and I'm like, well, yeah, I do. I do now. I didn't used to. I do now, because I know now people are looking, they want to see me. They want to see what's going on in my life. And hopefully I'm bringing them in. I'm attracting them to me. And eventually they're going to get on the bandwagon with Plexus. Okay, go ahead, Janelle. Okay, post no more than every 2 hours. Otherwise, Facebook pushes out the newest post. And that's a very good tip. I didn't know that before I started with Plexus. And to reach more of your audience in a different way is your stories. So you want to keep up your stories up. They expire every 24 hours. So try to post in your stories in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. That way it's always going. And when you're are commenting on other people's posts about Plexus, please always comment on someone's post if you're going to. Okay, so if you're going to use somebody else's post, please comment on their post. And also want you to remember that sometimes lots of people are sharing the same post. So don't get upset if you think someone took your post. They may have seen it, not seen it on your site. They may have seen it on somebody else's, because I know that's happened. However, now if I write a post from scratch, and then I know if you share it and not comment on mine, so just be mindful of that and share the love. Let's see, it pushes your stuff out, the more comments. Okay, yeah. And Facebook pushes out your stuff more when there's lots of comments and interactions going on. So make sure that you're commenting and interacting with people when they comment on your post. Okay, go ahead. All right, and that's exactly what this is. And my husband's outside, and that is his phone over there ringing. Okay, anyway, when commenting on posts, please use 5 words. Hearts or likes are nice, but they don't help with the algorithms. and comment back, please. It truly helps. Hang on, y'all. Let me go get that phone and shut it off. Or is okay. Well, they quit ringing finally. All right. So if it shows Facebook that you truly are friends, and they'll push your post out to their feed. And if you don't know what a feed is, that's what you see when you scroll your Facebook page. Oh, and back on that slide, it actually, if you'll look down there, you can see where Cindy and I were commenting. You know, she commented and then I replied to her. Just a simple reply. I mean, I know a lot of us, we're getting a hurry and we just go hit like or whatever, but if you can spend that extra little time to actually comment, that will help. Okay, move this. Okay, all right. Here's a key. You don't have to write a book to make a post. It can only be a few, you can just be a few words, but be informative. So here's a couple of examples. My drink, my pink drink gives my gut just what it needs to keep my blood sugar regulated throughout the day. And just do a selfie with your pink drink. And then another one is I don't ever miss my clean energy drink, and a selfie with your active. And then another, it could be with your ease. I love my ease, helps me move all day long without pain. And you could do a selfie with your little ease bottle. And the last thing is there are rules you must follow to be in compliance with Plexus, which keeps Plexus out of trouble with whoever governs us. And then that's a training for another day. But just be aware there are some key things that you can't say, like I really believe I should be able to say rheumatoid arthritis because I have it, but I can't say rheumatoid arthritis with Plexus. I can say it without Plexus, and you can imply it all day long if you want to, I think, but you just can't say those words together. Okay, and I believe that is it. So y'all go make it your own. Anybody have any questions or anything they want to add?
Oh my God. Yeah, that was awesome. Like you covered all sorts of stuff. That was so good.
All right. Well, I was in the
So
classroom
good.
for a little while.
Okay, I have one quick question. So when y'all post in stories, do you also do the same post in your feed so it gets seen? Like if it's not seen in your story, it gets seen in your feed, or do you do two separate?
Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It just depends. Like today I did the picture of the bottle that you can, or the cup you can get right now. And I can't remember what I said, but you know, would you drink or would you want one of these? Yay or nay? But I've not put anything out on my page about that on my feed, just on my stories. So you don't have to, but you can.
I think if it's something that you really want to get out there, you can put it in both places.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be like, man, that girl Cindy, she's pretty desperate.
Who cares what they think? They're gonna think,
know, right?
think whatever they want. So
And just keep on scrolling.
exactly.
But then they
There's-
stop because they do care, right?
Exactly.
Here's the
And
way
they
I
don't-
kind of separate mine out. So what I'm going to put in my feed is the stuff that I want there to stay. And if someone comes to my page and scrolls through, that's what I want them to see. My stories is more like about my everyday, like my kids eating at Fazoli, you know, just like random things that help people get to know me.
I think when you do reels, doesn't it automatically make a story or no?
No.
Okay, because it has for me before. I must have just clicked it because it gives you the option after you make a reel. You want this in your story? And before I was like, what story? I'm so behind in the times. I'm gonna get on Instagram too. I'm gonna like link my Facebook. I've been adding my friends on Instagram so I can hop over there. I was like, if my 72-year-old mom is doing Instagram, I can do it too.
So from all the social media like marketing and everything that I've read, just because I like to read that kind of things, it actually says, now because Meta owns both of them, that like I've read from multiple different people that you should not share from Facebook to Instagram or vice versa, that you should do two separate things. You can do the same topic if you want, but they should kind of be different. Now,
they
whether
say
that's
why?
true or not, I don't know.
For what reason was that?
That it's like, because if you have people, like if you have the same people that follow you on Instagram and Facebook, you don't want them seeing the same thing in both places. That it can be about the same things, but not necessarily the same, like word for word, same picture, same everything for the specific the algorithms on both. And I think it's because that Meta owns both of them now. I will find the article that I read and I will put it in the All In Tribe.
I get that. My thinking would be too, some people are more plugged into Instagram versus Facebook or vice versa. So maybe they wouldn't see it in one and maybe the other. I don't know. I'm not on Instagram really. I have 2 little posts on there that I did. So
I know that the
see.
same people that I have on Facebook are not the same people on my Instagram personally. My Instagram is also public, so I get a lot of new followers each week as long as I put some content in there. And then I've noticed that even though some of the same friends, like personal friends that I have on both, will interact on one platform and not the other.
Well, Casey and I were talking
That's my
about this
situation.
earlier, about how Instagram is much more geared towards reels, where Facebook is more towards posts that people are going to read.
That's good information.
I didn't know that.
Also, if your Instagram is in professional mode, it will tell you on your profile how many accounts you've reached that week. And sometimes I reach more people on Instagram that I'm not even very active on than I do on my own Facebook singular posts.
How has that been for your business?
I've had 2 clients come from Instagram,
Okay. Yeah, I've
That
only
I-
had one.
and I wasn't even connected to one of them on Facebook at all. Like, I had an old account from them, but not a new one. And I was like, hey, can we talk on Facebook instead? So then I was able to connect with both of their accounts.
I figured out how to change my Facebook into professional mode. I guess once I get on Instagram, I'm gonna, is it about the same way to set it up?
I can't remember. Just be careful when you do it, because I messed my Instagram up when I put it into professional mode.
How so?
Like I can post from Facebook to Instagram, but not from Instagram to Facebook, because it prompted me to make a different Facebook page, not account, but page. And then I couldn't get rid of it. I couldn't relink it even after I deleted the page, which that just might be user error. I'm just saying, be careful. Make sure you read everything. I like the insights on it though, so I still use it. Plus it's another platform, so I like that. And I don't make separate content. Maybe I could every now and again, but normally it's people that I don't even know that are liking all my stuff on Instagram.
All right.
Oh, thank you for all of this. I can't wait for all of our new people to see this recording. So thank you so much.